Hey boys and girls, I'm Miss Norad, and today we are going to compare characters. So if you have not gone in and watched Mrs. Hayes' video on the tortoise and the hare where she reads you the story about the tortoise and the hare, go ahead and do that first. Okay, this activity is not going to make a lot of sense if you haven't listened to her story yet. Okay, so this activity is comparing characters with the tortoise and the hare. So if you have already watched her video and you have listened to the story of the tortoise and the hare, then you are ready to help me compare our characters. So behind me on my wall, I have a pocket chart with a special circles on it called a Venn diagram. So if you look behind me, I have a red circle, a yellow circle, and in the middle I have an orange, almost a circle, more like an oval, okay? At the top, I have the title of our story, The Tortoise and the Hare. So what we're going to do is we're going to say how were the characters the same and how were they different. So we first have to know our characters. Who are the two main characters in our story about the tortoise and the hare? The tortoise and the hare. It tells us right there in the title, doesn't it? The story was mostly about the tortoise, which is like a turtle, and a hare, which is like a rabbit. Okay, so I wrote on the left side over here for the red circle, I wrote tortoise. On the right side, I wrote hare for the yellow circle. And then in the middle, it says both, for both the tortoise and the hare. So what we're going to do is I have some sentence strips here with some statements about from the story. If you think it's true about just the tortoise, only the tortoise, you're going to say tortoise, okay? And then we're going to put it on the left side under the red one for tortoise. If you think what I read to you is true about just the hare, only the rabbit, then you're going to say hare, and we're going to put it over here on the left side under hare on the yellow one. If what I read to you is true about both the tortoise and the hare, then you are going to say both, and we're going to put it in the middle. All right, are you ready to help me? All right, my first card says slow. Who in the story was slow? The tortoise, the hare, or both? Ready, go. Tell me. The tortoise. He moved very slow, right? He walked slow. So I'm going to put this on the left side under tortoise for the red. Red. All right, ready? Who was fast? Fast. The tortoise, the hare, or both of them? The hare. Good job. So I'm going to put it over here on the yellow one for hare. All right, the tortoise was slow and the hare is fast. That's how they were different. All right, hopped. Which animal hopped? The tortoise, the hare, or both of them? The hare. All right, so I'm going to put him under the yellow one for hare. Which animal kept going and did not stop? The tortoise, the hare, or both of them? The tortoise. Good job. So I'm going to put him under red. Walked. Walked. Which character walked in the story? The tortoise, the hare, or both? The tortoise. Very good. So I'm going to put that here under tortoise for the red one. All right, this one might be kind of tricky. What do you think? Forest animal. Which one is a forest animal, or that you could find in the woods? Forest, woods animal. Forest animal. The turtle, the tortoise, the hare, or both? Oh, if you said both, you're right. They're both found in the forest, aren't they? So we're going to put that in the orange one in the middle because that's how they're the same. They're both forest animals. All right, this one says, took a nap. Which animal or character took a nap? The hare. Very good. So I'm going to go back to the yellow side took a nap. Competed in the race. Which characters competed in the race? Both of them did. They were both in the race. So I'm going to put that in the orange one because they both were the same because they both were in the race. All right, which one lost? Who lost the race? Hare. Hare lost the race because he thought he could beat Tortoise, right? And so he took a nap, but then he beat him anyway, didn't he? He didn't win. He was being kind of mean to him. All right, so if the hare lost the race, then who won the race? Tortoise. So we're going to put that on Tortoise side. All right, I have one left. It might be kind of tricky. It's a long one. Which character had animals watching him in the race? Which character had animals watching him in the race? Did the animals watch Tortoise? Did they watch Hare? Or did they watch both of them? They watched both of them. So I'm going to put it in the middle. Ooh, it's a little long. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to review what we put in our chart. So if it's on the red or yellow, that tells me how the characters are different, not the same, okay? If it's in the middle, that tells me how both of the characters are the same. So let's see, how is Tortoise different from Hare? Well, Tortoise was slow and Hare was fast. Good job. Tortoise walked and Hare hopped. Tortoise kept going, but Hare stopped and did what? What did he do? He took a nap. So they were different that way. Tortoise was different because he won the race and Hare lost the race. All right, so that's how they were different, okay? Now, how are Hare and Tortoise the same? So let's look in the middle, in the orange one. Whoop, that would be the orange one for the same. They both were forest animals, right, that live in the forest. They both competed in the race. And both Tortoise and Hare had animals watching them in the race. Good job, boys and girls. Thanks for helping me compare and contrast our characters. That just means how are they the same and how are they different. You did a great job. Join me for another comparing characters game when we read The Little Red Hen. Miss Hayes is going to read to you The Little Red Hen this week, and then you're going to come back and do another game with me. Bye-bye.